Cahill. Cahill, activate. Yeah. Yeah. Cahill, begin. I don't think that's anything. You know, I'm not trying to compare myself to people who are better at entertainment than me. But, I mean, maybe he has done this, but could you imagine, like, Conan O'Brien starting up his show? He's just like, Conan, go! Granted, I feel like I'm taking inspiration more specifically from, like a Super Sentai or what have you, than a talk show. I'm not coming out to some jazz play and being like, hey, how you doing? But still, the idea of older traditional media starting with the stupid things I try is funny to me. Listen, we like to have fun here. I like to have fun here. So hi, Meat. Hope you're doing well. I hope anyone who was or even wasn't watching Pig's Monster Hunter stream is continuing to do so. Come out to an anime theme. That would be fun. Is there one that's not copyrighted? Oh lord. Okay. I want to make sure my VTuber isn't broken. But yeah. I'm okay. So here's the thing. I'm not gonna shout Pig out, only because, and this is how my fucking brain works. I don't want him to think that I'm like, yeah, and then you'll raid me after you're done, right? No. I just want to support him. If y'all don't know Pig, look up Fantastic Mr. MR Pig on Twitch. Go check out that stream while he's still hunting some monsters. And then also do this stream too. So, we're just gonna lay low. Also lean and fuck. No! I refuse, Meat. I refuse. I wouldn't want Pig doing that to me, intentionally or not. So, I will not do a pirate heel arc. I mean, fucking pirates are, I feel like, at a baseline already, outlaws and villains. So when you're a nice pirate, that in and of itself is a turn. So, and I'm planning to do that in the comic. So, also, no response from Vegeta. So we hunt for a bit, at least a bit, if not all stream. What am I thinking of? I mean, if it goes long enough, people are like, Cahill, I'd like to hunt with you, then maybe we even switch to my Discord for the call and stuff. We'll see. Who knows? Who cares? I'm just playing it by ear. Also, I feel like it's so hard because right now all I really got going on is Monster Hunter and art, and it's just like I do something else besides that. Here's the problem though. It's the end of August as we are speaking, and Epic Mickey comes out in October. I mean, at the end of September. So I'd have to find something I can do in like a month. I don't know. Maybe we could play like Banjo-Kazooie. You think that would be good? Like I can be like, here are the comparisons I have to it. We could do a couple Saturday well, actually, I don't know how many Saturday streams I have available to me. Actually, I don't really have it because I'm going to be dog sitting soon. And I'm probably going to be taking my PS5 and Switch, and I can't really afford to take anything else. Become a dom. It's bottom scale. Bottoms as far as the eye can see. I refuse. I don't like to be mean or even too assertive in situations. Not necessarily because I'm scared, but more so because I'm not trying to start shit. People are, listen, I appreciate you advocating for me making a power play here, Meat, in the weirdest way possible. But as a kind of overarching way of doing things, I feel like people are typically so ready to start shit most of the time that I like actively make plays to not do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's not even a thing about like, no, I am I am the alpha. Nah, I don't. This is what I'm saying, right? It's not even about that. It's not about if I do not want to fight someone. I mean, I took like a decent amount of time out of one stream saying I wouldn't fight Hayao Miyazaki in spite of my jests. But what was I thinking of? Ooh, oop. I mean, I can. But yeah, for me, it's more about like, you know, I just don't care for it. I'm not, that's not the energy I'm trying to put out in the world. The thing I have chosen to do is try to be friendly actively, which can sometimes be decently hard. I'm not saying I'm a fucking hero, but what I am saying is that like you pick your battles, and the battles I've chosen to pick is to be as unconfrontational as possible most of the time. So as patient as can be. I do my best. I can't promise constant succeed. Yes. Especially in the neighborhood watch, like, local streaming community. I would not want to be the person who starts bringing sour apples here. It's good vibes around here, and I definitely prefer that. I see that as about as much value as you can create via streaming. Hello? Sir? I'm about to be your fucking meteor. I'm telling you, nope. I refuse. There's no one I care to top for around here. Yeah. Listen, just as a rule of thumb, I just keep things very low-key and chill. Because in general, the world is not. Which is the point I was making. I think the best value you can give from create from streaming is making it so making it so like people come home from the day and they're like, ah, this entertainment, the thing that always makes sure I get some chuckles and don't worry about things. This guy, hey, this fucking guy, these fucking crabs over here. I might. This grayscale fella. Also, speaking of streaming things, two things. First, off the bat, get it out of the way, because I'm not trying to be like, everyone needs to go do this right now. But we do have new alerts. If anyone wants to check them out, you can use alerts, and it's at 882 bits, or the appropriate dollar amount, or 618 bits, or the appropriate dollar amount. And then more of a story thing. Apparently, my sister who has like a professional job. Big, hello. I'm glad to see you. Now I can give Pig a shout out. Because he won't think it's me being like, you better read me, you salty motherfucker. What was I thinking of? But yeah, apparently one of my sister's co-workers, my sister who has a very professional office job, I go feed, have a good gummy, who has a very professional office job, they're like, I stream, and she was like, my brother streams, and I wouldn't have done that, but she was like, my brother streams, and they were like, what is your brother? So when I was working one day, she was like, what's your stream link? And I was like, it's this. She was like, my coworker wanted it, and I was like, oh no. Imagine, you know, it's decently easy to find if you know one of my family members in real life, given that I'm just using my real last name. The heck is a brother? A miserable pile of secrets. Also, I do love the contrast between Pig playing Monster Hunter World and me playing Monster Hunter Generations. Because, yeah, I am a lower quality version of Pig. 9 out of 10 stream reviewers agree. It's very appropriate. So where the fuck is this crab? I'm looking high and low for crab. I am a basic bitch. No, give me mite seeds. Damn it. It's not what I wanted. Mia, hello, Nobu. Nobu, were you planning to have a dessert of Monster Hunter with Monster Hunter? You don't have to, but I was curious. Because at this point, I might end up switching Discord. Ah, well. Because I couldn't help but note, I asked for 2 reasons. So bring out the parrot, you got it. In that case, I'll do 2 things. Ready? One. Well, okay. Fucking 1 and 2. Oh, I need to change the settings for this. There. Now I am in the stream Discord in case people want to join. I do have to change the number of maximum permissions. Where is invite integrations? How create invite. Gold, you can join too if you want. But also, yeah, if anyone's coming from Pig Stream and be like, I want to play more Monster Hunter, do make sure you take care of yourself. There's no rush. I'm cool hanging out here for a while. I fucking don't know how to edit. Set channel status. Edit channel. Meeting room. Slow mode age restriction. None of these apply to a voice channel. Hi, Nobu.
Hello.
You have a deep and soothing voice. I hope you know that. I don't know how much I've heard you speak before, but when I heard you in Pig Stream, I was like, damn. Nobu, as a Monster Hunter expert, I'd like to ask you, thoughts on crab?
Despise.
Oh, no! See, I think I said this last stream, but, like, given, Generation being my first Monster Hunter and it having, like, a slower start and stuff, I didn't appreciate crab at first because, like all the other like raptors and stuff, they were simply bigger version of smaller enemy. But then when I played through like Rise and stuff, I was like, I do like crab. Crab. No, he's gonna kill me though. Oh, okay. Nobu, second question. What is it you like so much about Monster Hunter?
Honestly, a lot of it is that it's multiplayer focused, but they have the best people. Like, you play Dark Souls online, you play so many other games online, and everyone's just miserable and angry all the time. But not Monster Hunter.
I wouldn't say that for Dark Souls, but I am biased, but I get what you mean 100%, so you're not going to hear too much of an argument from me. It does help that it is purely collaborative. You know, I was actually kind of surprised to hear that that was like an intentional bit from the original Monster Hunter devs when I watched a video about like this history of the series. That they were just like, the PlayStation 2 can do internet. We have to make a game for that. And they're like, well, I have this one idea. And then that didn't actually do very well, but eventually they got there. So They just have to wait till the
Yeah,
PS4. Yeah.
the controls for Monster Hunter 1 are nasty.
It's now
Like
time.
attacking with the right stick.
Oh lord. Well, good thing I
Yeah.
don't. This is the only time I'm grateful I don't have a PS2. Could you imagine? It's like, well, I'm gonna go track down a copy of Monster Hunter 1, and I guess we'll see how this nightmare works out. But yeah, in that same video, they were talking about, like, I mean, because comparing it to Dark Souls, Monster Hunter is just like, well, fuck you. We tell you nothing. Just whack it with a stick. And with that in mind, when they started putting it on portable consoles, they were like, that's when it took off a bit more, because all of a sudden, you didn't have to be in separate rooms. You could just meet up with your friends, play Monster Hunter, and talk about stuff you figured out. Which is always fun. Ow. My ass. Yeah. I do like hearing about it, and heck, I hope Monster Hunter Wilds does well sales-wise. I don't know if anyone is worried about that currently, but given the history of the series, I would just continue to wish for an upwards trend in that specific category, more than anything else. So. Also, I just realized, does this fucking crab make little weh sounds as it does stuff? For some reason, I thought that was my cats, which is a weird. If your cats sound like a crab, take them to the doctors. But again, besides the point. Weh. We're gonna, after I'm done getting new crab gear, I would like to see if we could maybe make it to the Bug Boy today. There's every possible chance if things go well. And then all I have to do is grind for 200 hours to make it to Fatalis, my ultimate goal. So, ow. I am in a lot of pain. I think it'll sell even better. That is a good point. Because like, oh, go on.
Oh, I'm pretty sure World is still Capcom's best-selling game ever.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I'm not much of a. I'm not. Like, I've said many times, like, I try to get into Metroid, and I would say I'm definitely a Metroid fan, a bit, even though I feel like I haven't enjoyed the series as much as some other people. But like keeping a game like that in mind, and some, like, I'm a Mega Man fan, I'm that for sure, and Capcom kind of shafts that guy a little bit too much. So with that in mind, I'm just like, I'd like Monster Hunter to just keep doing well to ensure that Capcom, you know, keeps making them, with no doubts. So, I've made a wild mistake. Oh, fuck. I'm fighting a hermit crab and I didn't bring any whetstones. Damn it, Monster Hunter. Motherfucker. Oh. This crab is going to break all my claw crackers. I don't know what those things are called. I don't eat crab in real life. So. Nah. Crab is trying to eat me, though. I have enjoyed lobster before, but I don't know if lobster is just typically more expensive than crab, but I feel like that's definitely how it's seen. And I don't remember the last time I was at a restaurant, saw lobster on the menu, and I was like, oh, good idea. So. You know what? You revert to... let me check one thing real quick. And if not, we're gonna go grab Nobu. Is there anything in this box? Nope. Goodbye. I refuse. I refuse to slap a crab with a wet napkin for 700 hours. That doesn't sound like a good game.
No, thank you.
Lord, is there... I would really hope there's a fucking... like a, what was I thinking of? A gimmick weapon in Monster Hunter where it's like a little feather duster. I don't know what weapon it would be. Maybe great sword or hammer would be appropriate, but like just the idea of you tickling the monster. I think that would be fun. Capcom, get on it. Do it now, please. Oh, friendship, friendship, friendship. Nobu, do you know where we are? Do you know we're on the SS Friendship? And we've had an engine failure. We're sinking. We're going down.
Oh, no.
Okay. I'd like to kill one crab before we do some Wicket did not complete that quest. Oh wait, no, that's the hyper quest. I need the G rank crab. Dual blades would be silly. Oh, I like that. So it's many quick ticklings of a monster. That would be very good. Okay. Gorgonzola. Oh. What?
It's distressing.
What's that?
I'm out of paintballs.
Oh, no. You can't give
What I
people
got in
stuff
my
in this
pocket.
game, right? I can...
Only in a quest.
Gotcha. Well, I have several hundred paintballs, so don't you worry. I'll just worry about hitting the monster.
See if I can make some at least.
Do it. Craft. I forget if it's Fire Squad or something else, but there is a new Alien game coming out. And it does look at least aesthetically like Isolation, even though I'm pretty sure they've been like, it's more action based. And like, I'd love just Isolation 2, but you know, I wouldn't, considering that Alien had a more action based sequel, I wouldn't mind a more action based Alien follow up to Isolation, but we'll see. No guarantee it's going to be good, so. I just love
A given for the game.
for any game. It's like, I don't know if it's going to be good. Lord, I was watching a video just before stream started about fucking Concord, and it was just like, I need you to understand, Concord has done insanely bad, like record breaking bad. And I was just like, ooh. The guy started the video and it's like, you probably haven't even heard of Concord, and it's like, I remember Concord from, I forget what it was in a game presentation, and the thing I remembered about it was that it was like fucking a 20-minute long cutscene they decided to show, and then they're like, it's a hero shooter, and I'm like, why in the hell? Why have you wasted so much of my time? I feel like specifically for like big multiplayer games and stuff where you're like doing team things, and the large majority of the game consists of online matches, showing a cutscene is incredibly disingenuous, because not only is it not what the game's going to be, you probably won't even get many cutscenes. So I don't know why you're bothering to show this to me. I've tried to make it to Nobu, but I don't have a map. I don't know what the desert looks like. I haven't spent many Arabian nights or Arabian days. I think this is right. Wait, no, this is a corner. Right. Ah, the wall is made of wall. Okay, it might be over here. It's always so weird in any game. I think like Kingdom Hearts has done this too, where you're in like a big open area, but and like it does genuinely look like just a big open area, but then there is like invisible loading screens, so you just stop at one point and you just teleport. This crab looks hurt. Ah, sir, please. I look hurt. Get him. Damn it. Him and his little side swipe. Do scientists know why crabs walk to the side? Is it just because they're built like that? Oh, well.
Yeah.
The subquest has been complete, so that works out. One shot a crab. One shot the crab. Oh my goodness. Chair with a party of 8 crabs, just built different. They truly are. I mean, you know, I just mentioned Alien, and if we were actually going to make a horror film about the perfect life form, it should probably just be crabs. Because everything keeps becoming crabs. They're just that good. Oh, don't, you motherfucker. Alright, so give me a second. Hi, Chair, what were you up to? I hate my life. I shouldn't have tried shouting out Chair. Listen, as long as I get like 2 specific rewards for this quest, then it's all I need. Final Fantasy 14, neat. Have you ever played Monster Hunter before, Chair? I don't know if you have. It's a pretty fun game. I mean, it goes well. Slowly making my way to Adel-Khan and Fatalis, my ultimate goals. Gotcha. The crabs escaped. Peter, the horse is back.
It's running for a nap. Also, hi, Chair.
And Nobu is here. I had been like, I should make this my back. Cahill, more like Cahool, more like Kahoot. Got him, not the paralysis demon. Ibushi and Narwhal. Well, let's see. Among big monsters I have left to fight in this game, I do have Amaterasu, and there's a big ice boy me and Nobu were trying to fight at one point, and that didn't go well. Why in the absolute fuck did I still forget whetstones? I am the dumbest person to ever live. At least this time Nobu has the big fuck you sword, so it'll work out. Also, I don't know. Oh boy, am I! I assume Chair has beef with Ibushi and Narwhal that I'm not privy to. I'm guessing he hopes. Go on.
Getting the gem drops.
Oh,
and the mantle
right.
drops. So,
fun times.
The Chair did an event called All Mother's Day, where we just fought All Mother Narwhal all day.
That sounds like a good time. Oh.
Wake up, Crab. I'm gonna slap you in the ass.
Mr. Crab, wake up! Plankton stealing the secret formula! And Mr. Squidward shot in his seat! It's more funny than fun. I mean, you know, Chair, that's not... I'm going to sleep. 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 Don't bother me. Anyway. Listen, funny more than fun is, I say pretty good, Chair. My streams are rarely either of those things, so, you know, you're doing good. Also, speaking of my streams not being funny or fun, we do have a big event coming up next Saturday, this coming Saturday, where I'm going to be playing Metal Gear Rising all day in order to try and make a little bit money so that I can get my book edited and put it out into the world, into the wider world. This is why I never carry Farcasters on me. I'm just going to remember that from now on, and never bring another Farcaster on another quest ever again. It's like the second time that's happened to me. If I'm more likely to accidentally use that item than purposefully use it, then... yeah, it's gonna be I saw the green smoke and I was like, oh no.
Oh no.
I think I was legitimately just trying to put my weapon away and start carving, and I just was mashing Y, and it was like, oh, you had your Farcaster out, and I was like, I did? Since when? Let's see, was that enough? Probably not. Ooh! Yes! It was. Oh! Big wet thing! I now have a large wet crab claw. So that's neat. That'll come in handy at some point, I'm sure. I don't really know what's weak to water, but if it's okay with Nobu, I was thinking now we can go after an Astalos and start making our way to higher ranks.
Sounds like fun.
Unless Nobu was just like, no! My turn! Me now. I'm always down to hunt whatever. The best part of Monster Hunter isn't even necessarily going after a goal. It's spending time with friends and acquaintances, and sometimes just random men you meet online who are sending you feet pics. So. Feet pics, feet pics, feet pics. Also, I don't want to hang up on this, but I do want to point out that the ultimate reward for my fundraising is going to be playing Bayonetta for 1 and 2 for Halloween, and this bald man in a jazzy bar with a hot lady next to him is just reminding me of Bayonetta, which is why I bring it up. So. And honestly, that's not a bad thing. I think more of the Bayonetta games need to be spent just in those bars. It's a fun time. Alright. I forgot when I'm playing with Nobu, he just has access to many, dishes that I do not have unlocked in my own game. I'm like, wow, the menu's bigger here than normal. Oh, wow. Let's go. Hunt the bug man.
Sappy bug.
Zappy bug. Yeah. I do wonder. I think, because I was thinking about this the other day, right? Because obviously being like Monster Hunter Wild should be the biggest Monster Hunter game ever. That's not reasonable to ask. But also, when I was thinking about it, I was like, technically this is the biggest Monster Hunter game to date right now. So I wonder what their like scope is in terms of roster and what have you for Wilds. If they're trying to make it bigger than World or Rise, or if they're just like, no, we're just kind of messing with the map and mechanics, and that's about it. Same old stuff from us here at Capcom. I do like Capcom. Asterisk until they do something shitty, but until then, I like Capcom, so... Ow. Oh, Nobu's mounted it. That was quick. Ow. I still managed to get her.
In a good spot for it.
Yeah, on like the steps and everything, absolutely. I'm assuming you got the nose, so I'm just gonna work on the tail back here. Until the next shitty thing they do. Yeah. You know, I've said this many times before, where it's just like, I like X, Y, and Z. And it's like, obviously asterisk, because everything has like some kind of bad thing about it. It's a matter of a percentage, I think. And I feel like that definitely needs to be said for companies, because, you know, obviously any company can have like a good streak going for a while that buys them a lot of goodwill and then just get rid of it all at once. So looks at Sony with Helldivers. I am bouncing off of everything. Sir, why are you so hard to cut? Would you mind? Well. No. I can't believe that missed. I can't believe that missed. Oh, I can't believe that missed. Life powder. Pretend that I'm helping. Yeah, what are you doing, sir? Uh-oh. I thought I had escaped it. I had not. No. Once again, pretend that you're helping. If I've healed Nobu even a singular point of damage, then technically I helped. You know. Doesn't matter if you needed it.
You always help.
No. I just try and be moral support, and you might, and some people might be like, isn't that what the palicos are for? And like, yeah, but I'm extra moral support. The incredibly necessary and wildly appropriate extra moral support. Hey, I broke his wing. That's something. Yeah. You know, I feel like while it is kind of unreasonable, it's not necessarily unnatural to want every Monster Hunter to be the biggest Monster Hunter ever. Because you always want like some monster to come back or what have you, and have a good amount of variety and new stuff. And it's not like it's Smash Bros. They don't need a bunch of copyright licenses to use their own monsters. They just made they just made like hundreds of them. So, That being said, if they put Sora in the next Monster Hunter game, then I'm not gonna complain. Lord, what was the name of the MGS Monster Hunter crossover monster that was based off of Metal Gear Rex? Was it just called like Rex or something? Anyway, put that in another game. I think that would be funny. Just to have it there without having Snake present.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember what it's called.
Nah. It's got a weird kind of, like, build, because for the most part it does just kind of look like your typical like brute wyvern T-Rex, but then for like the Metal Gear railgun, it has like a weird vestigial arm sticking out of its side. And honestly, even though again it's just meant to be copying Metal Gear Rex, that does help to make it like kind of quirky and be like, oh wait, I like this guy. Uh-oh, I've made a mistake! I need to work on my defensive maneuver. But yeah, so put the Metal Gear crossover monster in the next Monster Hunter game, and then also Sora from Kingdom Hearts, specifically. And then we should be good. I don't even know what Sora would be doing in Monster Hunter, but it'd be fun. give me Sora as an NPC or as a fileable monster. I mean, he could be both. I see no reason Sora can't be both a Monster Hunter monster and an NPC. Gear Rex is the name of the Metal Gear well, that's very lazy. They just chopped off one letter. And they were like, it's new. It's new and fleshy.
Hey, Hill, did you carve the tail?
No, but I'm not really gonna worry about it. I'll just focus. Okay. I'm just gonna carve the main body. I don't need necessarily drops from Astalos. I more so need just to make progress in rank and what have you, so. I want to help in the fight more than get paid for it. I'm an unpaid intern and I'm proud of it. I like the way capitalism works.
Well, don't say that.
Kale, please. You got the stream taken down. No one has ever enjoyed capitalism. I was literally saying this, like, yesterday when I was hanging out with Stealth at one point. Because, like, I don't mean to be that fucking comment. I was talking to family at one point. They would be like, you criticize these companies, but you buy from all these companies. And it's like, you criticize society, but you partake in society. Isn't that interesting? Like that comic.
Yeah, exactly.
But it genuinely boggles my mind, because I was like, man, I don't want to go to work. And Stealth was like, no one wants to go to work. And I was like, then why do we all keep going to work? What is happening? We gotta work on that. I know that's easier said than done, but still. It legitimately still kind of boggles my mind. I was just like, no one likes this thing. I should stop talking. That was a sign. That was a sign from Monster Hunter God. To shut up. Glaveness, but it's Sora. I'd actually kind of want to see that. Oh, and it's got the big Mickey shoes. Glaveness with big Mickey shoes. Yeah, I'd fight that. I was saying before, I'm kind of a sucker for the Fateful Four. Like, I like... Honestly, Astalos here is probably my least favorite. But I do like them. But at this point, Astalos and Mizitsune have been, like, all the last ones. So... I'm not going to count on them bringing them back, and I'm also not going to, like, wishlist it. I'm not going to wishlist on Steam, I'm sorry. Also, I might as well. You come here.
Definitely got to bring Gameth back.
Gameth, I was saying this before. I think Gameth is a real fun fight. I would love it if they brought him back. Listen, if they want to bring all the Fateful Four back except for Astalos, then I'll buy Wilds day one. I'll stream Wilds day one. I'll be like, hey guys, we're going to get to the part where you would fight Astalos and then not do it. Nobu is cute, Nikki, correct.
Wow, no you.
And Kazu. Here's the thing. Do I like fighting Kazu? Do I like Kezu in general? Yeah, honestly, he's gross. I I feel like being like, I want them to have Rathalos and Kezu in the new game. It's like, I want Pikachu and Eevee in the new Pokemon. Like, pretty good chances. Get him, Nobu. Show him what for. Yeah, I figured that would happen. See, Gold, here's the thing. That's also kind of where it fails for me. Because, you know, I think... I mean, maybe it's just from what I've seen and heard about World, but I think there's like a lot of, you know, flying wyverns in Monster Hunter. So, like, Mizute being a Leviathan, Gameth a beast, and Glavenus a bolt wyvern, brute wyvern, like, immediately they are more unique and interesting to me than Astalos' design. Yeah, it's real cool he's a bug guy, but he's not categorized as a bug guy. Even just that little change on paper would make him more interesting to me. I'd be like, he's a bug! Oh! I like that. Nobu, do you want to fight my level 5 Caterpie?
I guess we could, yeah.
Okay. What do you have on your team?
6 Metapod.
Oh, actually, you know what? I think I have anything else to do. I got a mantle! Yay! It was all worth it. I worked for this. Yep, me, Cahill. Cahill worked for this mantle. It wasn't Nobu literally all of it because I'm bad at the game. I want to be so clear, this is me praising Nobu more than anything else. And also I'm glad I didn't have to, you know, tumble through that by myself.
It's tough to do solo.
Yeah.
Not fun.
Especially when, you know, I keep getting two-shot. Nobu very good. I wouldn't be surprised if Nobu killed all those all-mother narwhals on all-mother day. He probably sat back and just watched as Nobu said, hey, watch me pull a pro gamer move, and then fought 100 narwhal all at once with both hands tied behind their back. Nobu said, if I don't beat All Mother Narwhal today, these these rotating saws will chop off my arms. And everyone's like, what the hell? And he was just like, I've been watching a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Hey, I can do this. I have the Master Sword. I have lost the Master Sword. I do want to see, can I, where is, oh wait, yeah, nope, oh well, don't care. I was like, can I upgrade my Astalos sword and shield? And it was like, no you cannot, and I was like, I've moved on. I've already forgotten what we were talking about. Also, speaking of the Fateful Four, I'm going to grab stuff, and then we're going to fight Glavenus. And I'm glad to see him. Oh, no, I gotta leave. I gotta go. I'm sorry about that. I can't help it sometimes. The puns just come out of me. Whether I'm having fun with Iceborne anymore. I mean, you know, before Chair Raided, we were talking about, it's like, Monster Hunter is kind of designed to be a multiplayer game. I really enjoy how much of it you can play solo. No question. One of my, and like, you know, much like Dark Souls, you can also, kind of level pass problems at times. If you're just like, I'm just gonna grind a bunch of parts and make a build specifically to take down this monster I'm having trouble with. So that kind of works out, but no doubt it can get a little iffy towards the end game. If you're not already very tanky. If you're not wearing a bulletproof vest. Without long fight sting. That's a weird association thing you got going on there, Beba, but I 100% understand what you're saying. Absolutely. Hey. Yummy, yum, yum. I can't wait to eat my favorite meal. What's this? A cat made it? I will have an allergic reaction. Oh well. I'll do this one. I'll do this one, but we're not gonna die this time, chat. No matter what Nobu says, we're not gonna die this time.
Like, I wasn't gonna say anything.
Except for die. Fall.
No, but, Beba, that could be a little, like, deceptive. Because just having multiple people around the monster makes the monster easier to fight, usually.
Yeah. Like, I tend to see, like, me playing solo against any monster differently than, like, playing with friends for a lot of reasons. But I can absolutely see where, like, you kind of start making the link. Where it's like when you're used to hunting with friends and then you go solo. And then it's just like, man, this is taking much longer than usual. Am I the problem? And it's like, no, that's just how the game works. So.
Yeah, exactly.
But again, like, you know, that's a feeling thing. And sometimes you can't just, like, say, like, stop feeling like that. People are like, oh, you got it. So. But if anything, at least allow me and Nobu to reassure you. It's not you. It's just, you know, Monster Hunter mechanics. Hey, it's him! It's Mr. T-Rex himself. I wonder if he's going to hit me with his kitchen knife tail. He's probably going to hit me with his kitchen knife tail. No. Of all the hit... Ow! I can't believe he did that. I should just give up. I should just give up on my major and go to clown college. That's what I need, because I'm a clown. I'm a clown. That's it. I'm taking my weighted shirt off. Don't tell anyone that it was just a regular shirt and I'm just overheating. So about not dying. Shut it, Gold! Oh, I know, Gold. If you wanted Cahill not to die so badly, why don't you come in here and kill the Glaveness for us? Why don't I hire you as my personal golden bodyguard? And you're like, get down, Mr. President. I'm not in G rank yet. Well then. No, you're right. I will say, not to make too many excuses for myself, he couldn't have started with a worse move. For me, like, there's a distant timeline where I was able to dodge that with as his opening move. But it's not anywhere. It's not this one. Gamer! Let me give a shout out and let's hope I don't die doing this one. Hey, Elvie. How you doing? Okay. Should be right. Terraria, heck yeah. I've heard that game gets hard too. Very tired. Mood. You fight Cthulhu in that one. And I don't think he counts as a monster, but... Oh my lord. Hey, look at that, I dodged it. Of course he did the follow-up and he fought me. Dude, I don't know why your vomit's exploding, but you need to have that looked at. That's not normal. Works for me. Yeah, I did a properly timed dodge. But yeah. When I started asking people what monsters they wanted to return in Wilds, and I started thinking about that myself, I realized I was like, oh, my answer is 100% Zamtrios. I legitimately, having fought him in this game, like him a lot and realize he hasn't been in a game since then, so give me the frog back. I want my frog back, my frog back, my frog back. I want my frog back, my frog back, my frog back. Oh, I just realized Nobu broke the tail. Because he's good like that. He's fresh with it. I don't know if I exploded from my... Yes.
That one was definitely, for that tail, it was hitbox weirdness plus luck.
I mean, that's just... You've just kind of summed up Monster Hunter, so... I wouldn't worry too much about it. Zamites, but not Zamtrios. You're not wrong, though. Worse than I remember. I like how this game looks. It's a little quirky at times, but overall, I think it's got a good look to it. And again, I said this before, but having this as like this is what Monster Hunter used to be before, you know, before the new games came out, is a super cool time capsule. But yeah, this is, for anyone like, why does it look like this? This was a 3DS game. That being said, I'm definitely of the opinion it's still very much worth playing. Because I think it looks alright, all things considered, and on top of that, you can just play it for, it's a game with 500 hours worth of content, so... You could play this game forever. What, of this game? I think the weapon designs are great in this game. They're neat looking. I feel like I mean, honestly, I feel like I recognize plenty of them from Rise and stuff, so... Noah World, okay, yeah. I had heard that, Nobu. I mean, not Nobu. I had heard that, Beba, but I didn't want to assume that's what you were saying. So... Yeah, World definitely has higher fidelity, but I've heard that stylistically it can be a bit monogamous for most people. I know, look at me with the big fucking brain. This is why T-Rexes kick my ass, because I put all my I put all my points into intelligence, and even then that doesn't really work out for me most of the time. Please stop yelling. Hey, I broke his face. I think that was me. I did something there. I'm contributing. It's working. But yeah, on top of other considerations to give this game when talking about graphics, like not only do I think it's just color palette look really nice, but similarly the original monsters introduced in this game, from what I've learned, like this guy here, they're super cool. They got great designs. So I love kitchen knife T-Rex. The new kitchen gun. Bang, bang, bang. I love you, kitchen gun. Cahill Jenkins! Hold on. Cahill Jenkins! Mash. Mash, 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 mash. You T-Rex looking motherfucker! I'll mash your potatoes! Again, please stop yelling. I'm noise sensitive. Get him, Nobu. Okay, well. Nobu, that was the vegetarian. He was a civilian. There are no fucking civilians in Monster Hunter. Every one of these bitches has randomly attacked me on a quest at one point, so. Fuck him. Cahill, you just ordered a carpet bombing on a forest. Yeah. The termites annoyed me. The sheep rammed into me at one point. Roll away! Roll away! Roll! Why do I have to get confident? I'm not confident in my body or my gameplay. Neither of it is good. Oh my goodness. Alright. I was thinking of, let me talk about slightly different, besides me being bad at Monster Hunter, which is me being bad at art. What? There is... How have we been streaming for an hour? I started 5 minutes ago. I know that for a fact. Something is wrong here. But if you have been following any of my comics, which, you know, 5 people, but I appreciate it, and you might know that I haven't put out a new Wallop Brother comics in a bit, because I was trying to give it like a new format, because I was worried about like resolution stuff and yada yada yada. So I tried that out and I copied over a lot of the new comics, because like I didn't just want to upscale the art, I wanted to, you know, redraw it to make it look good. But when I stopped to really look at it, I don't think it really worked out. So I spent all that time doing that, and I'm probably just gonna stick with like the comic strips I've been doing and the way I've been doing them. But I don't know, I'm kind of okay with it, because even though, again, a traditional comic strip format doesn't necessarily fit on a lot of pages and screens traditionally. Oh wait, fuck, I got it. No. Thank you. I'm pretty sure he went to 10. I can sniff him. Let me take a smell-z. Yeah. Because, I mean, I try to make it clear that it wasn't... Because, like, there have been a few times before where I've been like, I wanted to try this project, but I don't think my art skills are up to it. That wasn't necessarily the case with the comics. I was just like, I think they need to be more rectangular. Or more square-shaped. And then I tried that, and I was like, actually, this didn't help at all. These don't look good. So... to a degree, I think it actually made me somewhat I was wrong.
Monster. I trusted you.
No, I am the monster who must be hunted. Ah. I am the Apex Diablos. G rank. Where is he? He didn't go there. I don't think he was in the cave. Oh. Wait, is that a nibble snarf? Why would that be a nibble snarf? I'm gonna assume it's a nibble snarf.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Damn it. I mean, listen, I just love saying the word nibble snarf, but that's not who we're hunting. Chat, if you ever... Also, yes, Nikki? I don't know if you wanted to get my attention on something, but you're just like Cahill. But yeah, anyway. I'll be getting back on making the comic proper once we're into the week. Cahill. Yes, Nikki? Father? Is that you? Papa? Have you returned from the store with milk? Man, I'm gonna be real happy when they have rideable pals in the game again, because literally running across the desert isn't for me, pal. So I found him. It was me. Let's finish this, buddy boy. Ow. No.
Too slow with the life powder.
I'm sorry, Nobu. Nobu, I'm sorry.
It happens. But that's Monster Hunter.
Oh, beans. Oh, no. I didn't expect to be concussed. Let me see. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do now, Mr. Glaveness? I'm gonna go get my crab sword. I got a new crab sword. And frankly, I think that's exactly what we need right now. So. Also, I should probably just take a bunch of items. Anyway. Yeah, I'm just getting slapped around in this later game, which is always reassuring. Oh wait, that's what I needed. I wanted life powder. That would probably help. And then where is my yeah, crab sword. It's crab time. What killed the dinosaurs? The crab. And that's the end of the line. And you want to know something? This one's on me. On the house.
I already ate, so.
Damn it, mother! I can't. I couldn't fail more if I wanted to. Okay. That's hilarious. I love that. My lord, that's actually very funny.
Because I mean, the table is the closest thing. So
You're
that's
right.
the first
No,
thing I do.
listen, you're valid for that. I just thought I was helping. Oh, that is very funny. Tee. Blazing sun, earth dry as a bone. Is this one of the poems from Rise? I love those. I don't know if they're gonna bring that back in a new Monster Hunter game, but
You know what? I really hope so.
You do?
Because the way World does cutscenes is just miserable.
I hate that. I like a cool little intro for my monsters. That being said, like, I feel like they were just like, yeah, the Japanese themed village gets like haikus and stuff, and then the English themed DLC is just like a verse of something, and I was like, no, make it rhyme. I like it when it's a poem. Okay. Mr. Glaveness, did you know I have a crab? I'm from Boston. This move again. I can't. Okay, well, see? I told you I can dodge it, just not that first time. Stay in his groin. No monster ever defends the groin. Slowly approaching. Oh lord. Choppy bitrate. I help. Hey. Fuck you. Yeah. Fuck you. Fuck you, you Tyrannosaurus piece of shit. Ow. I didn't mean it. I retract my previously mobster themed statement. I'm sorry about what I said. I recognize that as inappropriate conduct now. Oh lord. That worked. Yeah! Yeah! I haven't grown or learned anything. You lost your tail, you piece of garbage. Now you are powerless without your ruby slippers. I think I might have my monsters mixed up. That being said, I'm pretty sure if I dropped a house on a Tyrannosaurus Rex, it would die. That's what killed him in the first place. I realize, to a degree, my mobster voice is just kind of, Joey Wheeler from the 4Kids dub. Oh my lord, I can't believe I've never talked about this before. Does anyone here know what Joey's fucking name is in the original, Japanese of Yu-Gi-Oh? It's Joanochi. That's not a name. There's no way that was his original name without him being called Joey first. I refuse to believe it. It makes me angry. There's no way Joanochi was the original and Joey was the made up one. That's not possible. I don't care how many real Japanese people are named Joanochi. That makes me so wildly angry.
Same. Yeah.
Fucking
I'm now angry about it.
yeah. Listen, I generally don't appreciate when they like Americanize like Japanese TV shows just for, you know, what marketable reasons or whatever. But that being said, if I had seen the script for Yu-Gi-Oh and one of the characters was named Joe Inochi, I'd be like, well, that's not real. So we're gonna have to change that one. So fun time. Also, I don't know if my family's home or not. That requires me to be slightly quieter, as opposed to me getting upset about the name Joe Inochi. But yeah, when we started watching Yu-Gi-Oh! And I saw that for the first time, I lost my mind. I don't know if I've talked about the other time I lost my mind watching Yu-Gi-Oh! But like, we had been watching it all night, right? And like, it was like 1 o'clock when we were wrapping up. And as we got done, it was because it was kind of at a natural ending point where like the villain was finally coming into play. So like, you know, he went from being like a background kind of threat to like he's present in the story. And the villain is Merrick. He's a like an Egyptian gravekeeper who you know, has been part of a secret ancient cult for years, and he's getting revenge on the object of their worship, which is, you know, like the Millennium Necklace and the shit Yugi's got. So this entire time, he's just kind of been menacing in the background. He's been wearing a black robe. Occasionally he takes it off and you see he's got a bunch of cool tattoos. And then he gets to where the arc is happening, and he takes off his robe and he's wearing a pink crop top and he hops on a motorcycle. And I'm not exaggerating any of that. That is actually what happens, and it was 1 o'clock when I saw that, and I thought I was going insane. So it was a hell of a time, I'll tell you that much.
I've never seen Yu-Gi-Oh, so I have no idea.
Here's the thing. I haven't watched like original Pokemon for a while, but it is a surprisingly like really well done anime. Like, if you can get, because earlier on they're really playing loose with the rules of duel monsters, but after that, not only do they adhere to the rules far more, but then like just the writing in general for all the different conflicts, it's all very good. So I'd say it's worth a watch. If you're just like, I want to watch random anime and I don't care what it is, I'd suggest Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, after I'm done with the original, I'd love to watch Duel Academy and 5Ds again, because that's what I grew up with. I haven't seen them in forever. I remember very vague things about them. I do remember, like, Duel Academy GX being where, like, I learned about the Shadow Realm, so that way, you know, like, 20 years later, all the memes would make sense. I remember there was a whole plot with that. And in original Yu-Gi-Oh!, that's just hell. There is not a Shadow Realm. It's just called hell. You just go to the realm of the damned. Yeah. Don't you burp fire towards me? Really rude thing to do. Oh yeah, so this was another thing I was talking about in a call. And I was thinking as I was watching Pig play Monster Hunter World, right? Fucking, as far as I'm concerned, there has not been any improvements to Monster Hunter over the years, like better movement or like, you know, simplifying of like the menu and crafting system. No, none of that matters compared to them showing you little damage numbers when you're hitting the monster. That's the most important thing they've ever added. And I would give my soul to have it in every game.
You know what's hilarious about that?
What's that?
I turn the numbers off.
Oh my god. You're just used to the damage being like an abstract thing that you can just kind of feel. So
exactly.
Well, I mean, honestly, I'm glad. I am glad they let you turn it off because obviously options are always the best way to go. Make make it slightly customizable to everyone's preferred experience. But I do love seeing little 1s and 2s pop up as I hit a monster. So I'd love it if they like made that diegetic. Well, when like you go back to the village and they're just like the the number con insects are helpful little buddies we have that whenever you hit a monster they quantify how much damage you do, and it's just like I just thought they were floating numbers, man. I didn't need an explanation for that, but okay. I really wish you weren't here. Bear off. I like you generally. Please leave. Oh, I'm high. I need a cool drink. I need to go to the Jamba Juice. Nobu, as someone who has a lot of hours in Monster Hunter and is in at least a little bit invested in its development, would you be upset if for Wild they took a sponsorship like Death Stranding and all the healing potions were now labeled as Monster Energy?
If I would probably be playing Wilds on PC, so I would
You'd
same day download a mod that
You'd-
would remove it.
Well, I mean, that quantifies as being upset about it, I think, so.
Yeah.
You have answered the question. You don't like branded healing products in your video game?
No, not really.
Not particularly. Sir, please calm down. We're just here to kill you. Gladness, come on now. You fucked me up. And you know what the Bible says. An eye for an eye. Don't read the rest of it. Don't read the rest of that verse. Doesn't matter. Yay! I got revenge! My therapist was wrong! That felt amazing!
No, but for the damage numbers, it's the visual clutter. Like
That's completely
gives
fair.
me a headache.
Minor spoilers for I got a fire orb. Minor spoilers for the last boss of the Elden Ring DLC, but like I think the phase 1 of that fight is really well done, and I really like playing it. The phase 2, which for some reason they decided to take up 75% of the fight, is I don't think as good, and also it has a lot of visual noise that just ends up making it so that you can't see what's happening most of the time. It has after images, which I don't think has been a thing in literally all of Dark Souls or Elden Ring. But if you were wondering how hard it would be to see like the real boss in a Dark Souls game when it has after images, the answer is incredibly hard because there's so many of them at once.
That sounds right.
Yeah. So I don't think that boss is as bad as some people kind of paint it to be. I mean, it's hard, but like in terms of design, I don't think it's as bad as some people paint it to be. But it is tough and it is noisy. So it's definitely maybe not as good as you might want from that part, like, you know, a boss of that particular importance. This one. We gotta hunt a Mitsune, and something tells me Mitsune is not weak to water, so. Mitsune. Oh my goodness. Google, why are you the worst thing ever? There it is. Okay. I know what I'm switching to. Give me 1 second. Also, yeah, Nobu, I mentioned this to you in Pig Stream, but I did end up fighting more Miss Xiaolong without you around, and he is tougher and chunkier when you don't have an endgame weapon like yours. But I don't know. I still thought he was pretty neat in general, and I like the weapon he gave me, so bought a bit of goodwill.
Well, when fighting Lao Shan Lung, it's not an endgame weapon that I use.
It's typically it's just a like regular weapon that isn't shredding through him.
Well, it's for the dragon element.
Gotcha. Up. What am I? I do need things. Then anything else? I don't think so. Go posting quest. But yeah. I don't know if, because again in that pig stream, I bothered talking about like why I like Fatalis and Gina Shiva, what, you know, that guy. I don't know if that applies to Xiaolong. I just kind of like him because he's chunky. So very simple reasoning.
No, I like the reason you end up fighting Lao Shan Lung.
Yeah.
Canonically, it's just running from Fatalis. It is scared shitless and wants to be anywhere else.
Yeah. So, and me and Stealth are talking. I think it is the utmost shame he wasn't in Rise, just purely because I think Rise's system would have been built perfectly for him, with like some tweaking and everything. And maybe that would have maybe made his fight better and stuff. So I think they really missed out on a good monster for that game, and I do not know why, but
I think they might have been thinking about it, but then we're just scared by the general like negative reaction to rampages.
that's fair. I guess I never got that just because I would typically be doing rampages with friends, so we'd always be shooting the shit and just hanging out as you shoot like Gatling guns at monsters. And honestly, hanging with your friends and shooting Gatling guns is never going to be a bad time, so
Yeah.
I have a very tinted picture of that mode.
I am fucking lost.
That'll happen.
Where the hell am I?
Are you in a cave or up top?
I'm outside now.
Okay. You know, I know this map decently well, but not that well. Oh, you're in the back. So honestly, if you go around either side, you can get back to the
Oh, there it is.
main area. Oh, beans. I'm on the other side of the map. Mitsune, what the fuck are you doing over there? What are you doing? How did you get up on the roof? When I had like a dinner with like a bunch of family members the other day, and they talked about a whole bunch of pets they had and mostly negative experiences of what happened when those pets got outside by themselves. And I was like, yeah, well, I want Oswald to run around, but I will never put him in the yard because he doesn't know about hawks and snakes and cars and a whole bunch of other things. So I will not allow him to put himself in danger. I'd feel bad about that.
Like when I got my cat Jane, she was like half feral. So training her to be an indoor cat was an experience.
I was about to say, was she cat distribution system, or did you just pick her up from like a shelter and she just was like, I don't care for people?
No, it was just off the street.
Yeah.
Like,
so that makes sense.
We tried finding anyone else who would claim ownership and couldn't find anybody, so she became mine.
They missed out on a good kitten. run for my life. You know, if I had to take a bet of what monsters are going to show up in Wilds, I would actually bet Lagiacrus, because a lot of people, I know people have asked for Lagiacrus, and they're like, we were going to put it in World, but that didn't work out. So considering better systems and a bigger area, I wouldn't be too surprised if they were like, yep, Lagiacrus time. So that'll be fun. Oh, Power Washer Simulator. Please stop yelling. I do very much like Mizutsune. Just the way it slides around and all the bubbles and whatnot. Because to a degree, you mostly end up trying to just dodge the bubbles. Because, like, yeah, it can hit you while it's sliding, but typically it's going all over the place, and so far that's not as much of an issue as, like, the status stuff it's trying to inflict you with. So, then I think the fight becomes very fancy at that point. It looks spectacular, but you don't have to worry about dodging as much.
Have you fought Soul Seer in this game?
No, I have not.
Soul Seer and Mizutsune?
No.
It's so cool.
Heck yeah.
Because it's blind.
Oh!
And it can only see you when you get hit with the bubbles.
That is very cool. Is that in like the like special permits fight and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I've said before, there's like the Palico missions in this game, which I haven't bothered with, mostly just because I don't feel like I'm sure they're fine. I just don't feel like, you know, doing them when I have like my whole own hunter build that I worked on and stuff. But then I also haven't done the special permit fights, more so just because I always feel like there's so much more of the rest of the game to explore that I'm not just like, yes, let me go find other harder challenge of like specialized monster and everything. I'm just like, no, I have plenty of monsters to hunt still normally.
Fair enough.
So. It might be fun to do that. I mean, do you know if that adds to my hunter rank if I'm like trying to use that, if I'm trying to level up to get to Fatalis, or do they not?
If you're just trying to get the number to go up, it will.
Gotcha.
Kind of like how that works in Rise, where you get a certain number.
Yeah. I imagine.
But,
go on.
No, I think you're a bit early in the game.
Yeah.
You have to be 8 or 13.
Yeah. No, I figured
it. Start doing that.
Because, like, I mean, doing these hunts aren't making number go up at all. I figured it was be autocon, and it's like, you're uncapped. Get as high as you can.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. Listen, I've died a lot, but hopefully I'm getting my rhythm with me. And also, you know, Nobu Big Sword in order to get through hunts a bit better. Man, please stop yelling. There's a library. There's a bamboo library. I forget what game it was, but I clicked on a video at one point. I didn't watch through the whole thing, but it was about a past Monster Hunter game. I feel like it was like either, it wasn't 3, because 3 is the water one. It was like, this is considered like the hardest one. And it was a clip of the desert islands and the crabs attacking the player at every possible given second. And I was like, oh, that looks fun though.
Wonder if they were talking about Frontier. So I know
that's considered hard.
It has so many. Well, it's that the power scaling just keeps going up.
Gotcha.
Like this one has low rank, high rank, and G rank, where Frontier has like I don't know how many levels.
Infinite levels.
6, I think.
I can't believe Mizutsune did this to me. I just wanted to get through a quest normally without worrying about blacking out. Yes, officer. I'm a normal person who can be trusted with alcohol. Thank you. There we go. Yeah. Honestly, I'm glad at the end of the day I got into Monster Hunter. It's great for friends, and it's a great game by yourself, so... A lot of content at a reasonable price. I remember, like, when I would watch, like, Barry play it, I was like, I don't know what's going on. I can't see. What is this? And I was like, I'm probably going to have to play this for myself, because otherwise I have no idea what's happening. So, I forget if I was like, I'll like this or I won't like this, but I was like, I have to try it. And to a degree, I still don't know what's going on, so... Honey. Small smackerel of honey. I am a little black rain cloud hovering under the honey tree. I'm just a little black rain cloud. Pay no attention to little me. Everyone knows that a rain cloud never eats honey, no, not a drip. I'm just floating around over the ground, wondering where I will drip. Nobu, thoughts on Winnie the Pooh? General. I should leave. I should leave.
So
Nope.
I just don't really have thoughts on Winnie the Pooh.
How could you do this? Also,
I'm sorry.
the Mizutsune sleep in there, which is why I did not bother doing anything. I figured you could give it its wake-up call. Mr. Bond, your wake-up call is ready for you. Oh. He's sonicking all over the place. You know, I feel like I've so often thought of Mizu... I didn't realize we were that close to killing it. I so often think of Mizutsune as a fantastical beast. I haven't realized how much it just looks like a normal-ass ferret. Just like a regular ferret. And yeah, I don't know what to do with that information now. I just figured I'd share it.
Now every time I see Mizutsune, it's just a big,
just a big ferret. Yeah, just a ferret with some stuff on it. Someone glued stuff to their normal ferret and dyed its belly purple. It's so mean. I would honestly, I'd be curious about getting my own ferret at one point, but like my cousins had some when I was younger, and their house smelled a lot because of it. And like Oswald smells sometimes, but not enough that I'm like, get rid of him. I don't know if I could handle ferret smell 24/7 forever. So no ferrets for me.
I think I top out with cats
Yeah.
on that front.
I mean, do cats smell outside of like litter box stuff or no?
Not really.
Yeah, and Oswald's kind of the same. So, listen, I can definitely handle like designated smell areas for a pet, right? But I feel like ferrets have super smell and will spread it everywhere. So. Greg is cute, and Nikki is good, and Nobu is cool, and very patient with me, all things considered. So incredibly patient. Skiba ya do. Shabini.
This is nothing. Like, doing Safi Jiva with randoms, that is just miserable.
I could not do randoms. I had enough of random queuing in games in my Overwatch days. So, like, keeping that in mind, I'm good. Honestly, playing the Yu-Gi-Oh app and stuff is about the only game you'll find me doing something like that in. Just because, you know, you don't talk to anyone. You're actively fighting against. You know, like, it's one thing when it's like a 1v1 versus, but teammates working together? I could never. Also, I just realized that this lady has stuff to sell. I thought she was talking about music before, so I wasn't paying attention. Sometimes you just blank out. Go on.
She sells the stuff that lets you do the armor transmog.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay.
Like what I've done for my armor.
Gotcha, gotcha. Your Tron armor? Your Tron, if you will?
Yeah, this is the Savage Devil Joe set.
Heck yeah. Okay, let's see.
I'm a laser pirate.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's a as someone who knows a lot about pirates, that sounds amazing. Okay. Nobu, I hope you're not too attached to cats. We are going to go kill one.
Other cats, but
Other.
No, fuck this thing.
Oh, could he? He's in the opening cutscene. We have to kill him.
Yeah.
Quickly, get on your named Monster Hunter character cosplay. A thing people do, for sure. I need a warm drink. Ooh, we've got it. Hot chocolate. Oh, Nobu, in this stream we only have one rule. Never ever let it cool. Do you understand?
I'm quite confused.
Okay, so in the early 2000s, Tom Hanks starred in the CGI film Polar Express.
Oh, okay.
And they had a musical number specifically about hot chocolate. This ends my thoughts.
That went completely past me.
No, I mean, fucking who knows Polar Express line by line, if we're being honest? I know it just because I watched I do legitimately. Oh, I found it. I do actually like the Polar Express, but also I saw another fucking streamer, specifically Miss Penny Snaps Cubes, play the PS2 Polar Express tie-in game, and she kept singing the hot chocolate song as she did that. So
I see.
Nobu, do you remember the part in Polar Express where a Tom Hanks puppet tries to drag the main character to hell?
Oh, I don't remember a single thing about them.
Nobu, do you remember the part of the Polar Express movie where a train engineer removes his train hat and he has a single bobby pin in his hair?
Nope.
Nobu, do you remember the autistic coded kid in Polar
Let's see. checking my notes here. Nope.
Nobu, do you remember that there aren't any named characters in the Polar Express?
What is it, like Monster Hunter, where they're all named after their jobs?
No, it's... Well, they actually never give anyone any names in the Polar Express. Like, one kid does, because he's, like, poor and sad. You know how some kids are. And then at the end, they find a present at the North Pole labeled for him. So I think his name is, like, Bobby or something. And he's like, this one's for me!
Trouble.
I'm I got... Wait. There you go.
Hooray.
I tried.
Thank you.
No problem. I was healing myself at one point, and I was like, Nobu's got this, because you've quite frequently got this. Oh, and I did not realize. Nobu, do you remember when there's a hobo ghost in the Polar Express? Nobu, do you remember that there are several characters voiced by Tom Hanks in the Polar Express? Including Santa Claus.
That I believe.
Yeah. I still think it's better than Jim Carrey's A Christmas Carol, you know, the movie. Wait, no. That was... Man, how many fucking movies did Jim Carrey voice several characters in at the same time? Because there's Christmas Carol, and isn't there also, like, series of unfortunate events? And the trailer for that was like, Jim Carrey, and Jim Carrey. You know, just completely shafting the kids playing the main characters. Well, Disney's like, who even cares about you? Everyone's here for Jim Carrey.
Thanks, Hollywood.
Nobu, do you remember in the 2019 Oscars when everyone laughed at Jim Carrey for being in the Sonic movie, and then it was the only movie to come out in theaters that year because of COVID?
No, but that is pretty hilarious.
Nobu, do you remember the 5th of November?
Like a specific one, or?
The one with the gunpowder plot.
No.
No. Well. Would you like... History lesson time!
Hey, but Barry, like, listen, we just want to kill you, alright?
Honestly. So dramatic. What was I thinking of? I watched... I believe in an English class, we watched... we read 1984, and we watched V for Vendetta, like, around the same time. Because, you know, I think it was, like, about totalitarian stuff, what have you. And I was like, I like V for Vendetta more, because people are like, man, it sucks. Things suck right now, and then they do something about it. But in 1984, people are like, man, things suck, and then the book ends. So I ended up not liking it very much. Nah. I don't remember Barrioth being so jittery in Rise, but maybe that's because, you know, you have wire bugs in Rise. Uh-oh. Run! We did it. We did it, Joe! Nobu, have you seen the video of... I love how I did a bunch of fake questions and now it's like I can't ask a real question. I'm so sorry. I was gonna say, do you know the video where Kamala Harris is like in I think she's in a graveyard, and I couldn't tell you why she's in a graveyard, but I think she's in a graveyard, and she's calling Joe Biden to let him know that they won the election. She's like, "We did it, Joe," and then everyone quoted that for like the next 5 years. Do you think she's gonna do that again for herself if she wins the presidency? Because I would hope so. Heck, if she promised to do that, I'd be like, well, now I will commit voter fraud, actually, because I have to see that happen. I'll commit voter fraud so good to make that happen, it'll be 60 years down the line before anyone realizes what's happened. Stop spitting ice at Nobu. He's a nice guy when he's not trying to chop your head off, I'm sure.
I mean, maybe. You know, these things could be fluid.
I don't like to label relationships as one thing or another, you know? I just chop off what I feel like. I feel like I should like Barrioff like Tigrex because it kind of has the same design philosophy. But honestly, between its moveset and like its specific presentation, Tigrex takes a wide lead ahead of it in my personal favorites. It also doesn't help that I get Barrioff confused with Barroff, who are two wildly different monsters.
It drives me crazy every time.
Like, why are these monsters, who couldn't be more different from each other, one letter apart? Meanwhile, Rathalos and Rathian are like 3, and they're technically kind of the same species. I don't know if there's any examples in real life where like the male and female of a family are considered different species. It's even weirder when you think about the Celtis in this game, and like it's just King and Queen Celtis, and those are the same species. They're not labeled differently necessarily. Goodbye, I'm leaving. But they look much different from each other compared to Rathian and Rathalos. It occurs to me I'm not a scientist. Are you leaving? Oh, he's leaving.
Jerk.
Let's get back here. Oh, it's just like a cat. Wanting to go in and out and in and out. Also, I'm going to take a roundabout way to get to him. Wait, no, actually, I don't think that'll work. Never mind. It might work. JoJo ending theme 1, deploy. Nobu, do you remember when Jotaro defeated Dio with his stand Star Platinum?
Nope, I've never seen JoJo.
That's fair. I like it. I think it's a unique story, but that's me.
Yeah, it's not that I like have no interest in it. It's just that it's a big series, and
Yeah.
I kind of wait for them to finish before I get into something like that.
Okay, can I tell you something a little spoilery, kind of? Not like super spoilery, but like a little bit, which might help you.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
So currently there are 9 parts, with like part 9 being in like its 10th chapter right now. So you know, not very long. But the first 6 parts are like one story. And then part 7, 8, and 9 have essentially been taking place in a different timeline with no connections to the original story, outside of like small references being like, oh, look, character, you know? So, I don't know, like, and also those first 6 parts are animated, so if you wanted to, you wouldn't even have to read. You'd be able to, like, watch it all. But again, that's up to you whether or not you're just like, oh, that does help.
Reading, though.
So I'll say. Well, then you can also just read part, you know, 1 through 6, which haven't just been finished for like a few years now. They've been finished since like the early 2000s.
Yeah.
JoJo's been going on for a while.
Yeah. I recently reread Berserk.
Oh, heck yeah. I want to ask you something. Because, so when Miura, rest his soul, died, Super Eye Patch Wolf made a video about Berserk, and he was like, I don't think it'll count, but he put more nuance into it. I'll say that much. But he was essentially like, I don't think any continuation of Berserk counts without Miura present. Now I'm like, I don't know if I necessarily feel like that, but I get the gist. So with that in mind, do you think it's better to end Berserk? Well, okay, I'll give you 3 options. Do you think it's better to end Berserk when Guts gets on the boat, which not only kind of serves as an ending, but also was when Berserk started getting a lot of hiatuses, when they get to Elfheim, or just like keep reading it, including any continuations they make now?
That's tough. Honestly, I would actually,
Yeah.
I would add 1 extra cutoff, which is just the first few chapters and then Golden Age.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, especially considering that that's the one that's gotten like several anime adaptations at this point as opposed to the rest of the Berserk. And honestly, even though it's kind of tragic, Golden Age does serve as like a really good, like it is kind of a really cool kind of cyclical story and stuff. But I've seen a couple people who are big fans of Berserk be like, Golden Age is great, but also there's a lot of other great stuff in Berserk, and none of that's gotten adapted yet. So, which is fair. But I absolutely agree, if someone just wanted like a short dark fantasy series, and one that is arguably finished, then Golden Age is, Black Swordsman in Golden Age is a perfect kind of work for that. I'm in a lot of ice. Go on.
It's also because the next arc, which I suddenly forgot the name of it, with the Iron Chain Knights and the Inquisitor guy.
Tower of Conviction?
Like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That is the arc that like scares me the most.
Yes.
It's just like maniac religious people always.
Yes.
It pushes a lot of.
I would absolutely
terrified
agree
of
with
this
that,
button.
because fucking, like, you know, everyone has who has approached Berserk in any form has heard whispers of the eclipse and how bad that is. And I would say maybe Tower of Conviction isn't that bad on certain levels, but it is worse on basically every other level, and absolutely fucking bad. But credit to Miura, I think that arc actually works kind of well as like the wrap up to Berserk purely being like a super dark series, and then after that it's like Guts making friends again and going on adventures and maybe not just hating everything forever. So it does work narratively in some ways. I think I'm carving a popo. That's the wrong animal.
Barioth, Popo, they're basically the same monster.
Same
right?
animal. So closely related, scientists have a real hard time telling them apart. Oh my gosh. Nobu. Do you know about the velvet worm?
No.
Okay. So you know how most times people bring up a worm species and it's some terrifying thing that lives on the deep sea?
Yeah, sure.
The velvet worm isn't that. It's a little worm. It looks like an earthworm, but it has little nubby hands that it like uses to nudge around, and it's very cute. And I just thought of that for some reason as we were talking about species and stuff.
Yeah.
I adore it. Oh, like I want to shake his little hand. Oh yeah, Greg is going through JoJo's right now and is at Stone Ocean, which is part 6. Yeah. Yeah. I've really gotten like, don't get me wrong, I like comics in general, and in fact, I typically try not to like separate manga from comics, because at the end of the day, they are far more similar even than American animation and Japanese animation. But I've gotten a big appreciation for Japanese comics specifically, just because more often than in America, they're done by like one person, and that one person just goes buck fucking wild, doing whatever the heck they feel like in the series, and sometimes that makes them very, very good. So, also, huh. Who we next up is Gameth. He can gam my off anytime. Ugh. Up.
Yeah, like thinking about it, I think the attitude of anything not made by Kentaro Miura is not Berserk is kind of unfair.
Yeah, and also, I mean, do you know who's
Like,
working on the rest of the Berserk now, or no?
No, I have no idea. Like, I thought he had like a team of people he had trained.
That's who's doing the art. The person writing it is his lifelong best friend who was already helping him write Berserk in the first place. So like that on top of it is also just like, well, I mean, he was already kind of doing it, so you know, like
Yeah.
I very much feel like people should absolutely continue to give Berserk like respect and love, given that people who knew Miura are continuing to work on it and probably try and make it what he wanted. Hopefully he wrote enough stuff down, you know, being just like, yeah, this is where the story's gonna go. Don't worry about it. And like, yeah, did that go bad for fucking Game of Thrones? Yes, but I have more confidence in these people than HBO, so.
Yeah. And that's another thing I've never seen, is I've never seen any Game of Thrones.
No Game of Thrones?
No.
There's probably a comparison to be made about the Berserk, but not only do I not want to make it for several reasons, but
I can imagine a few reasons.
yeah, absolutely. Even like as I said that, I was like, "Is there anything I want to say?" And then I was like, "No, not at all. Literally not, not even a little bit." I mean, in terms of enjoyment, you know, it's just pick what dark fantasy you like, you know? Don't let me tell you what to do. I'm not your dad.
It was fun rereading Berserk because it reminded me that every time I make a character, it's just Casca.
That is so completely fair. Isn't that what we all want to do at the end of the day? Just have everyone be Casca. Hey, I found him.
He's an interesting character.
Yeah. Also, I don't know how much Elden Ring you've played, but the fact that Miyazaki was just like, okay, this guy, Griffith, he's just... They're like, is there an asterisk there? No, he's Griffith.
He's just Griffith, huh? No, I haven't played any Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Like, open world kind of makes me go,
I agree with that, because like I tried like Horizon, which I did on stream, and to a degree I regret that because I didn't know much about Horizon, and like I had a good time, but I realized I was like, man, in terms of open world game, I like Breath of the Wild more. I think that was much different compared to older open world games and stuff like that. And for Elden Ring, I also think it can be pretty different, because to a degree what the open world allows you to do, if you play like Dark Souls or what have you, is it's not necessarily meaning like you have to go all over. I mean, you do have to go all over the place to a degree, but it's not asking you to go to a million different locations. It's just letting you do like the bosses and fights in like basically whatever order you want, which I think actually means like there's value to it being an open world game, as opposed to like some games just being like, we're open world because, you know, people like to play those. So But I'm not about to force you. Exactly. Everyone loves hero shooters. Let's make Concord. And then that didn't work out. So. Also, fucking, beyond the fact, like, everyone's like, why would you make a hero shooter at this point? Especially this particular hero shooter. Like, I'm not even asking that. I'm like, why is it named Concord? I genuinely want to know. Is it about grapes? You have to tell me. You have to tell me if it's about grapes. More like hero shooters. More like hero shitters. Oh, what up? That being said, am I planning to get Marvel Rivals when it releases? Yeah, probably. Marvel Rivals looks good. And they got Spider, which is spelled SP/DR. And I love her, so. Nobu, if you don't know, Spider is Shinji, if he was Spider-Man and a girl. Actually, I guess he's more like Asuka, so. But you get it. Eva Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that.
And that was enough for me. Without any here. I mean, that's fair. Also, I will say, Beba, like, from what I was hearing about, like, you know, the little I've heard people talk and criticize about Concord, they were like kind of referring to, like, it's not really doing anything that you couldn't find in like a million free-to-play games, right? And at this point, I know a lot of people love TF2, but it is older, so I'm sure mayhaps a well-made hero shooter might offer something you like more. But again, don't let me tell you what to do. Did it just sit on you? I didn't even know he could sit like that.
They just sat on me.
Damn. I didn't know Gammoth was freaky like that. Yo, what if instead of Monster Hunter, it was called Freak Hunter, and instead of hunting monsters, you touch their butts? Thank you. I appreciate everyone coming to my TED Talk. Lord, I hope I become a successful comic author one day, just so I can get a TED Talk, and then I can make it as dumb as possible. They'll be like, "You're never coming back," and I'd be like, I just wanted to do this once. I didn't need to do it twice. TF1. That's the thing. I never even knew if there was a TF1. I was like, did they do this as a bit? It's Valve. They could have just made TF2 first. Yeah, I do hope they bring Gammoth back. It'd be cool. I like him being a big meat wall. You better not kill me. I'd be upset if you did. I don't think he's limping. Is he? Oh, he's coming.
No.
No. He just walked weird.
No.
Gammoth, why do you walk like that? Lord, not to get too detailed, but I was picking up a patient for an appointment the other day, right? Because that's my job. And as I got there, the nurse was like, okay, we got these special boots on him. I'm going to take off the boots. And the patient wasn't happy about that. And I was like, And then I looked at their foot, and there was not skin where some of it should be. Not because of the boot, just something had happened before. And I was like, hey, that. And the nurse was like, oh, yeah, that doesn't look good. And I was like, they shouldn't go to their appointment. And she was like, you are correct. So I'm glad I watched out for that. Listen, I always say I'm not trying to get out of work, but like, you know, my job was moving people around the hospital. And if you were to ask me, a lot of people shouldn't be moving around the hospital. I'd be like, you, sir, should stay in bed all day. Goodbye. I was knocked into a loading area by a dying elephant. Ah, oh, he's big. He's big and he's lost collision. You'd be surprised how much I genuinely like my day job when I'm not having weird encounters with random people, most of whom are my coworkers. Not even the patients, but mostly coworkers. So, you know, I guess what I'm saying is if I could run a big hospital by myself... No, don't! Ah! Can I knock you around, or is it just because you have the great sword?
No,
Nope.
I think Switch Axe has a few moves that will toss me. Because you
Gotcha.
have tossed me.
I'm sorry.
I think it was no, it totally happened. I get it.
Aren't we all just salads in the bowl of God at the end of the day?
Sure, that's a way to phrase it.
Truly, are we not romaine lettuce in the burger of God? Truly, are we all not just ethically sourced cucumbers in the healthy diet of our Lord in heaven? That's a beautiful sentence, was it? Think really hard about whether or not it was. No. Oh wait, I'm gonna go. Question. Do you know what Valstrax is weak to?
It's weak to most elements, I believe.
Gotcha. Just whack that thing out of the sky any way you can.
Yeah, because
Nope.
No, I actually think it's the variant in Rise that is super weak to dragons sometimes.
Gotcha. I play a good bit, Thanix. I'll tell you one thing. I mean, I don't know how much I'll play in the future. I'm planning to play a lot in the near future, but you know, I do like me some Monster Hunter. Probably gonna play and stream a little bit of Wilds when it comes out, and maybe this and other Monster Hunter games in the meantime. But yeah, I like to do a variety of things. Listen, I could only...
No.
What's up?
It's completely immune to dragon, but
Gotcha.
any other element should be okay.
Because I was gonna switch out because we gotta go hunt a Gravios real quick. Oh, I did not mean to do that. New to the franchise, it's a good time. Heck, I was just saying, if you know, you won a lot of game for a regular price, Monster Hunter's your ticket. Yeah, you could start with this one theoretically. It's not really representative of the current games, but it would give you an idea of where the games were when they started, and then you can go from there. They've streamlined a lot of it recently, but probably too much again. It depends on the free time you have. I don't necessarily have a lot of free time, but I do like playing this when I can. Oh, I need a better play. I'm constantly saying I need a better chair to play all these in. Oh, is this it? It better be. It is. Okay. We're going to Volcano. I love Big Rock Man. But yeah. I mean, heck. My second game was Rise, and I think that was just as good as a place to start out as. Rise is a good time. And a bit smaller, so you know. don't gotta worry too much about many hours spent fighting random monsters, just for progress.
Yeah, just ignore the 1,600 hours I have in Rise.
Listen, that's because it's fun, not because you had to. Those were mandatory hours in Rye. Like, I'm trying to get to, like, you know, the end bosses of this game, and I have like 200 hours in this at this point, so those are
Yeah.
Well, I'm burning. It's high. Oh, seeds. But yeah. I do also love. Was it? It might have been Gamers Raid. It was either because I think it was Gamers. Yeah, it was because Jared definitely knows generations, but the fact that we had a raid and they came in, they're like, "Why does the game look like this?" And I was like, "It's old. Give it a bit of slack." That's risen. I'm saying, yeah, like that's the thing, right? Thanix is. I actually also have the 3DS version on top of this, and I played a good amount of it. But like now I'm over 100 hours in, and I'm still trying to reach like the final boss of the quote unquote post game. So I'm over 100 hours in, and they're still throwing new monsters at me. He slapped me the moment I got up here. Why do they all not like me? Hey, you're just being thorough. Listen, if you're spending a lot of time just, you know, what was I thinking of? Just getting through the earlier parts of the game, then you're just being thorough. And it means you have a lot of stuff to look forward to, so long as you're still enjoying it. So, that's always good news. Sir, please stop yelling at me. Well, that being said, I don't know how much of this stuff is in the 3DS version, given that we're playing Switch Ultimate. I think they've stopped doing that in the new Monster Hunters, which is probably for the best. Being just like, the regular version, the new version, the ultimate version. Because I've seen that before, where it's like, you know, 3 ultimate, 4. It's like Pokemon. You need all 3 versions of the game. I'm just gonna come over here and sharpen my weapon real quick.
Go have a nap.
Are you? Oh no! Nobu! Well, he hit me. yeah, lap it up. Alright, furball.
No.
Yes.
I just saw you come in.
Yes. Get batted away. You probably had a better camera angle for that. I was like, I'll wake up Nobu, I'll save him. And it's like, bam. Very funny. Is MGXX the 3DS? Well, I mean, if you're playing it on a 3DS, I'd imagine it's the 3DS version. Playing it on the Switch, then it's this version. I don't know if they put Ultimate out on... Well, actually, isn't Double Cross like the original version? I forget. I don't know the series that well. But either way, you know, I imagine you still have plenty to... Because even before, like, they added... Because I don't know how much they added in the newer versions, but, like, you know, some stuff. But I still... Even if you're just doing what I would think of as base game, that's still plenty. And you still got, like, Laveness, and Mitsune, and Gameth, and Astalos, and plenty of other monsters who are like, they should bring these guys back. No. Yeah. I will say, I wouldn't normally say this for most games, but a guy can help with these games. Just because I was actually talking to Stealth about this. You know, to make progress, you just have to do a certain certain quests that aren't labeled otherwise, and if you don't know what those are, you can just kind of be randomly fucking picking quests from the list. Ow! Why did you turn your head 5 degrees just to hurt me? You did. I hope you're proud of yourself. But yeah, I will just say that any progression quests are basically always, I mean, they're either requests from villagers that get highlighted a lot, or they're just regular hunting quests. Stop hurting people, Mr. Dinosaur. Mr. Guy from Land Before Time. It's been too long since I've seen those movies. I don't know what the characters are named. But yeah, I don't know. I thought about this a while ago, and granted, I put down Final Fantasy again, because fuck it, because I wish I just had days to play it regularly. You know, maybe one day I will, if I get things going for myself. But honestly, I'm starting to appreciate well-made single-player games with a lot of content, as instead of like a multiplayer game, because I've tried multiplayer games a good bit, and I like some of them, but sometimes it's just nicer to have a contained experience for yourself. And if you want one you can do a lot of stuff in and put a lot of work into, then something like Monster Hunter or your Soul series or what have you is a good choice. That's the thing, so as many people who have trying to yeah, for me live service games aren't usually it, especially when I get a little anxiety about, like, them shutting down servers or what have you, as they've done with many games. What was I just thinking of? Oh yeah, excited for the Epic Mickey remake, my favorite game, and I was like, fucking, should I do a thing where I'm like, should I recommend the remake or the original Wii version? And I was like, well, that would be hard, because I don't know how many, most people aren't going to go out and buy a Wii, so chances are it would just be better for them to buy. The remake just gets points for being on PC alone, so the thing that most people who play video games have access to. It's so sad when they lock games in older generations. You have a Wii? Heck yeah! I mean, it was a wildly popular console, but who still has one versus who might want to get one is a weird question to ask. I mean, heck, if you want to track down the original Epic Mickey, just know that's my favorite game. Ow! He sat on me! Yeah. I think it's a great game. I think it's underrated. But heck, I'll have plenty to talk about with that for next month once I once the remake comes out, so that's fun. Might mod it. The remake? I'd be interested to see what mods people make for it when it gets out. Oh, your Wii. Man, I could never do hardware modding. I know, what's his face? I forget who makes Smash Bros. And Kirby. You know the guy. He was like, it's easy to mod your 3DS, but I'd be nervous about it. Oh my goodness. Ow. I was about to say I'm glad I've started feeling like I'm helping Nobu more, and then I was exploded. I was like, wow, I'm doing pretty good recently, and then I was farted upon. Nobu, do you have a yeah. Do you have a definitive favorite game?
Oh, no.
That's fair.
Like, Monster Hunter 4 will always have a place in my heart for getting me into this series, like, playing it all the way through.
Yeah.
Even though I never actually beat all the way through 4. I got close, but doing it solo, the difficulty defeated me.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I don't know what you typically like to spend your hours in these games doing. But like I said, you could be like, I'm going to be able to build specifically to make sure I can beat this guy super easy. But that's whether or not you want to spend the time doing that is a question, a different question entirely. So, not even necessarily a matter of investing time, but whether or not you'll enjoy playing it like that. So, I don't blame you for being like, nope, too hard. Goodbye.
I finally got to G rank. I got to like G2.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you start running into like the apexes.
Uh-oh.
And fuck those things.
See, this is why I don't mess with variants, because everyone's like, it's like the regular monsters, but super harder. And I was like, but I like just fighting the regular monster. I don't need it to get much harder. I love Scott Falco's review of this game, like this one specifically, because he starts it off by like talking about people who started with the world, and then they're like, I feel like a real gamer, and then a bunch of like Conchu show up and start kicking them, like literally kicking them.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, just being like, listen, Monster Hunter World might not be easy, but the older games don't get easier. So, you kids today, with your walking while drinking potions, and your damage numbers.
No, but the apexes in 4U have the wonderful mechanic where you need to use a special kind of whetstone.
Oh, fun.
Or all your attacks will bounce.
Yeah.
All of them. It's just miserable.
I'm always kind of like thinking about that whenever a game is just like expendable item that you also need for progress in anything, not just for main story, but like in side quest or what have you. Because like maybe that's just my paranoia speaking, but I've also watched Pika Spray, who's like their YouTube channel. They've done videos on like soft locking early Pokemon games, and that's just something you could do. Like you could just throw away a bunch of necessary items, and then it's like, okay, can't complete the game now. Good luck. So P3, I've been meaning to check out the remake of that. And like I've said before, I really got into Persona 5 because I thought the art direction and all that was so good. But I mean, one, Persona 3 looks really cool, and then two, I've been hearing the like main theme stuff, the battle theme, disturbing the peace, and I'm like, damn, that does look good though. The game looks nice, and the music sounds good. But like again, I put down Final Fantasy 3 and I got that 4 and any other Final Fantasies on my backlog, on top of playing this plenty, and on top of any other games I want to play. I already know, like, we got Echoes of Wisdom and Epic Mickey coming out, so fucking, like, if I start tracking down more games on top of that, I'm just never gonna play anything. I'm just gonna be getting games.
Yeah.
So.
Just do like me and just play Monster Hunter.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you don't, if you have a bigger, like, like I was like, they can shut down multiplayer games, but if you have a big enough, fun enough solo player game, then that can just be the thing you play all the time, and that is perfectly okay, especially so long as you still have fun with it. So it's a good time. You know, both of our cool drinks wear off at the same time, and now we're just hot in a volcano.
I mean, we were hot before, but
I mean,
now we are extra hot.
Listen, you got some hot pants on. That's all I'll say. You, with the with the red highlights and whatnot. I know who wears the pants in this parting party. Lord,
They're not pants. They're booty shorts.
Are they?
Yeah, they're totally booty shorts.
Oh, give me a second. Where's Nobu? Oh, you're right. I was just thinking about the skirt. I want to be so clear. I was like, let me look at you from the front. From the front. Do not misinterpret this. Okay, let me make some things for our impending fight with Birdfuck McGee. That would actually be very good. Okay, I'll just take the base versions of these. Take this. More of these. I forget where I saw this. Nobu, you tell me if you know where I got this from. Have you seen a post about whether a game is menus or parkour? Do you know what does that sound familiar to you or no?
Yeah, that does sound familiar.
Yeah. I think if I were to quantify Monster Hunter, I kind of want to say menus, but when I think about it, you can't beat the game just in the menus, can you? You have to go out and like fight the monster at one point, right? So then it gets me like, okay, like, because like you could,
that is true, yeah,
you could theoretically beat any monster in the game without upgrading any weapons. You would just have to be insane to do that. But you could do it. So then the game becomes parkour because you don't necessarily need any of the menus they give you in order to do it. And that's insane to think. Wait! Before we do this urgent thing, because Nobu was like, it's resistant. I'm gonna get my crab because it's sharper and more powerful than my ice hammer, or switch axe. And I was thinking of, and that'll probably be help manage equipment. I don't know. Yeah, I shouldn't interact with the menus either because I'm just dumb. Just there we go. Perfect. Okay, now we will take the quest. Okay, bird, hawk, jet, dragon, go. I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of Valstrax. He hurts me emotionally. He's got a great design. I can't deny that. But
it hurts me too.
what?
Especially because my armor set had, it's like -20 on the dragon resist. It hurts.
He hurts a lot. You know what? Why not? Oh wait, no. Actually, yeah, this would probably be the best. Because everything else had unlucky cat, and I was like, I don't. Wait, fucking that had unlucky. How? Fine, whatever. We're going. Fighting bird, jet, dragon. Will be Harry with a capital H. Your target tears through the skies, leaving red trails, and all who see it tell tales of woe and misfortune. In short, it's a Valstrax. The thing we didn't know existed at the beginning of this game. How many Monster Hunter games start with them being like, a new monster? Or, well, not start, but end with them being like, oh my goodness, there's a monster that we didn't know exist is threatening the thing. Is that every Monster Hunter game? Or...
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. Wait a minute. Who are you? Okay.
Although I don't know if Monster Hunter 1 ends that way.
No. I wouldn't. I would hope not. It'd be weird if they were just like, wait a minute, a new monster? How? It's like, this is the first game. All the monsters are new.
I think that one, it's all the legend of Fatalis.
Gotcha. That does make sense. Because I don't know if they knew about Ibushi and Narwa at the start of Rise, but they definitely didn't know about fucking Yasmagorn, who still makes me feel weird. I don't know how to feel about Yasmagorn. He's kind of cool, but he's also wildly weird. Uh-oh.
He's just a big cicada.
He's a cicada? Is he? Is that what he's meant to be?
Yeah. Well, like, it tunnels underground for years and then
Wakes up to fuck.
comes up and, yeah, and eat.
I don't know. When I started, I was like, is this related to Ibushi and Narwa? His face kind of looks the same, but I don't think he is. I don't know. And he's got those big arms with his other arms.
I think it's more that they figured out that kind of mouth is creepy looking.
You see? But I would like it as some kind of, you know, visual language to be like, hey, same family of monsters, but apparently not. I don't know. I don't know. I think that's, at the end of the day, more than his fight or general design, is his relation to the other monsters of Rise and Sunbreak. Because the poster monsters for Sunbreak are all, like, based off of classic horror icons and everything. Frankenstein, the werewolf, and Dracula. But then Yasmagorn isn't that, I don't think. And then he's not related to the main Elder Dragons from the main game. So what's he even doing? I'm the poster monster. I would love to see Stitch on the poster of a Monster Hunter game. That'd be pretty cool, I think. Hey, he looks upset. Da 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 da. Man, he does have great music though. It's only Valstrax's variant in the in Rise, right? There's no vanilla Valstrax.
There's like part of the lore of it is that it stays up high in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And this area is high altitude.
Gotcha. So regular Valstrax cannot be in Rise because there's not a high enough location. Is that what I'm to understand?
Yeah.
I can dig with that. That being said, I felt like I had a hard time with that variant, which is one reason I ask. Because, like, you know, you get that version in that game, and I was like, this is hard. And then you get this game, which doesn't have the movement of Rise. I'm like, this is hard. So.
I think the only move that is different is the laser cannon that it gets in Rise.
Gotcha. Yeah, its arms are weird. Not like Yasmagorn weird. It's just I don't understand how they work mechanically. So they're jets, and that is weirdly the part I get. I don't understand how that works. Yeah, that move right there, where it extends it like a spear. How does it do that when it also uses it as arms and wings? Valstrax, explain yourself. explain your biology. Nobu. Holy shit. Anyway, Nobu, do you think you could explain to a alien how human biology works in totality, or no?
No, no, definitely not.
You don't think you could give like a summarize if they're like, we don't need it to be like 100%, we just need general ideas?
I would tell them that we're a big pile of chemistry.
They're like,
If
well,
they
we're
need
that.
more details than that. If they need more details than that, then talk to somebody else.
Yeah. If you want to know how all humans work, please go ask Barack Hussein Obama. Thank you. He is the human expert. We decided that in 2008, and we've been sticking with it. It was... I don't know if he did any... No. He did do... No, did he? Time is such a blur, because I forgot there was like a 2020 election. I forgot a lot of stuff that happened in 2020, to be fair. But I don't know if he turned up for that, but seeing him at like political rallies now, I'm just like, where the fuck have you been? Have you been living in the same place as us? Oh no. Nobu, save me. Nobu, save me. Nobu, do anything. Do anything to make it angry at you instead of me.
I was doing my best.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh, he was doing the thing.
Oh, fuck me. Oh, never mind. You mean leaving?
Oh, never mind. Yeah.
No, I also... You want to know something? Because it's like, oh, he's leaving, and then you said that, and then I remembered last time I fought him, I was like, oh, he's leaving, and then he came dive bombing, and I was like, damn it. So you did scare me. Also, thank you, Pig. I imagine that was a mod. I mean, not a mod, a bot. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate my friends. Friends and mods helping out when I'm distracted. Big hammer, big crab combo. Damn it. You're not invited back to Chicky and Pete, my guy. Oh. Chicky. Pete. No, he killed both of them. Where are we getting our crab from? I don't know how local Chicky and Pete is to the Philly area, but I would love it if Chicky and Pete were like a group in Monster Hunter and they're like, go hunt the crabs. We need them for eating. That'd be fun. I've always said, anyone who's just like, I want darker Pokemon, just play Monster Hunter. They eat and kill monsters here all the time, and they're kind of Pokemon.
Yeah.
They have slightly more grounded and edgy designs. They try and kill you.
My face.
Yeah. Yeah, this
Cracks.
is what we were talking to Beba about. Also, I had distracted him with group hunts inherently being different from singular hunts, because Lord in Heaven, all this would just be coming at one person if either of us were doing this solo.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. I was gonna say, have there been cities in Monster Hunter games before? But then I remembered, hello? That I did see a video talking about like a royal city and stuff like that, because I was looking at the Monster Hunter world, as in not the game, the whole fictional universe, like as a map, and apparently it is decently mapped out in a somewhat consistent fashion. Please tell me I still have that. Mother of... Damn it. But apparently, like, in one game for one mission, you can go to a city, and that's all they got for you. So,
Well, I mean, like in there is they're like Dundorma in 4 Ultimate,
Yeah, that's what I
and it's in
think they were
another
talking about.
game.
Yeah. Oh, it is? That's good.
Yeah. Like it was returning.
Gotcha. Yeah. Listen, I don't necessarily need them to flesh out Monster Hunter and it's like, I don't know, political systems to a huge degree. Also, I don't know why OBS like chugs sometimes. It's really weird. Hopefully that's just on stream more than anything else. I mean, on my end more than anything else. Not on stream, opposite. But I don't know. I do like world building. So at least knowing like locations and stuff like that. Is good. Also, Greg, very seriously, please don't say no for the bots. So very seriously. They're not the kind of people in chat who, well, they're not people, and they don't need chat outs. Bots are no good. Hey, if you see a bot in chat, that's no good. Oh, hey. You leave that Nobu alone. I can't believe I dodged that. Can't believe I dodged that. Pincer maneuver. I am hurt. Ah. I don't know what just happened. That is, hey, I'm gonna say probably a bot. Man, lots of bots today. I can spot a bot from a mile away, given that they said my gameplay was impressive. That's not true, so. No one in their right mind would say that. More blood for the blood god. Quickly, Nobu, after the rocket.
I don't know where it went. I'm lost.
I'm gonna check the peak, because imagine if it's close to death. That's probably where it would go. Unless you found it down there.
Not yet.
Keep looking, you'll know if I find it, if I die. Nope, it's not up here. But there are resources. Why is the top of this mountain weirdly moist? It's upsetting.
I don't know. Don't think about it. There it is. Found it.
I'm coming! Let me just jump down from the bottom, from the top of this mountain. You know, safe thing to do. You know, obviously not every game can have this. Some of them just need to be gameplay reasons for gameplay reasons. But I do love Portal. Like, yeah, you don't take fall damage because we gave you special boots. Special impact resistant boots. And I'm like, neat! Always makes me smile remembering that. Ba-da-bum. Time to help Nobu. Uh-oh. It's looking at me, which I don't like. Gives me the feeling I'm going to die. Oh. Ah. Ooh. Ow. He got me with the follow-up. Oh, he's standing on a little stage he made for himself. Oh, did you get knocked into a different area?
Exactly.
Always fun. Love to see old Monster Hunter for that. Actually, when I mentioned Scott Falco's like review of like this game and like it compared to World, that was one thing he called out that's specifically easier in these games, where it's just like when you're in trouble, you just load into a new area and the monster can't follow you, and everything's all right. Uh-oh. I can't believe I didn't get hit by that. Whoa. Nowhere is safe. Nowhere is safe. Literally crosses the arena in an instant. I can't go fucking anywhere. Dun, 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 dun. Ow. Thank you. You mean the Feather Duster, Greg? We were talking about this. The Feather Duster is the ultimate weapon in Monster Hunter. Okay. Hopefully this is it, because I don't got much in the tank. Yeah, just tickle a monster with the Feather Duster. Falls over dead. Easy peasy.
It's limping. It's limping.
Get his at. Hello? I just heard it from here. I'm not in the same area. That's terrifying. I don't like it breaking physics. Up there it goes. Unless. Oh no. It legitimately left. It said, I don't want to play with you guys anymore. You hurt my feelings. It was such a controversial choice to give Valstrax a voice in the Monster Hunter movie, but I really think it worked out, you know? Out of all the things they did in that movie, I think that one was the best. Hey, my name is Valstrax, and I'm gonna ram into you with my jet wings.
You know, sometimes you gotta take a risk, and sometimes that risk pays off.
Yeah, sometimes. Only sometimes. My name is Valstrax, and I think it's okay that Pee Wee Herman masturbated in the theater. Okay, well, I think we know who was voicing him now. That's not really. That's not great. Wait, didn't Pee Wee Herman die? I forget. I don't know about celebrities.
I have no idea.
You don't. Nobu, tell me, summarize every episode of Pee Wee Herman for me.
There's a dude and he's in it.
Oh! Yeah, that works. All right. I mean, this is so important to me. It's not. I just want to gear. Pee Wee Herman. Paul Rubens. Yep, he died. He died last year. Damn.
Oh shit. Hey Valstrax.
Valstrax, I'm sorry about your voice actor. You bonked him. I do like certain monsters like Valstrax when they get tired, they try to do certain animations and it doesn't work out. You know, like when Valstrax tries his jet wings and then they're not starting up. Okay, well that time he just screamed and I hurt my ears. Uh-oh. Okay. Whoa! He was definitely about to kill me. Thank you, Nobu. Rip.
Bye Valstrax, you're pretty cool, but damn, you're tough to fight.
Honestly. Bye, Pee Wee Herman. Alright. Is Adept like the best style? Oh, I never... In this game, I don't really play with styles too much. I do Striker, but I know, like, for different... Like, that's definitely something you might want to look up. Which I only say, not because I don't have my own recommendation, but because, like, I've only used, like, 2 weapons. And I'm pretty sure for different weapons, you might want different things. Different play styles. Look at the moon.
Like Valor Greatsword is incredible.
Uh-oh.
Like, Adept Greatsword is okay, but Valor Greatsword is where it's at.
Yeah, and I'm using Striker, which I think works for me, but that's me. And also, I'm not good at the game, so... Okay. Oh, I got the Valstrax Mantle. Ruby Dragon Mindstone. Source of evil heavenly omens. That's not very nice. I like New York style. Hey! Hey, we're gonna take down this dragon New York style! Hey! This is a bad accent! Gale isn't a voice actor! Alright. Well, I do think we're gonna call it for the night. If that's alright with y'all and Nobu. Appreciate you helping me out so much, Nobu. I said that last stream, but then this stream you just kind of straight up carried me, so... or even more so. Let us see who is streaming that people might want to hang out to. Bye-bye. Thanks for stopping by. Need to go to work anyways.
I'm gonna go get food.
That's alright. Have a good food, Nobu. Have a good work, Greg. And just, you know, if nothing else, courtesy raid for someone. Show some support to some good peeps on Twitch. Let's just see who's alive. But yeah, honestly, we're probably just gonna be back with the same game. Tonight. I mean, not tonight. Tomorrow night. And then, what was I thinking of? And then, we'll probably do art after that. Because that's not quite what I was planning before, but given how things got moved around, I think that works out. Also, I think I'm just gonna raid Kyo. Do I raid Kyo a lot? Yes. But also, best candidate for a raid, so... Let's do it. I believe he has 2 R's in star. But yeah, so again, I do hope I will see y'all there tomorrow night, and on next Saturday, this coming Saturday, for a big fundraising stream. Until then, bye!